Hey folks, Darren Plum here, your realtor with RE/MAX Polzanello, coming to you from the Polzanello Studios, and it is monthly market snapshot time, and going to do a couple things today. So I'm going to hit the normal stats, so we're going to review what's currently trending in York Region, and then we're going to hit a year in review. And kind of go through what's gone on in 2017 and how that may or may not affect you and your decision if you are thinking about making a move. And then I have a gift for you, something for free. And I know what you're thinking. Free from a real estate agent? And it's not a free home eval? No, it's not at all. This gift you will love and appreciate. Well, maybe not love and appreciate, but you're gonna really like what I give you. So before we get too far along, let's hit the market stats for York Region. This is across all home types. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to give you the stats for December, and then we will go back and review it from the month prior, 30 days prior, to kind of give you a bit of a contrast, okay? So 731 sales in York Region across all home types. In December 2017, that's down 28% from the month before. So not a big shock there. I'm not really alarmed by that number because through the month of December, we do lose typically a bit of marketing time because of the holiday season. Average sale price, $908,000, down 1.3% from the month prior. Again, that's trending fairly stable. Days on market selling time, average 30 days, so we're up 2 days from the month prior. Sales to new listings ratio, for those of you that watch my videos, this stat tells you of all the homes coming on the market each month, how many of those are actually selling. So 40.4%, down 3% from the month prior. Again, pretty even keeled there. Now the next two stats are ones that I think are going to be interesting to track going forward, which are new listings and active listings. Of course, new listings are the amount of new listings coming on the market each month, and active listings are, after the monthly sales, how many listings are left active, right? So new listings through the month of December were 1,245. That's down 59% from the month prior. Again, could just be, an anomaly because of the December and the Christmas and the holiday season. But, we are starting to see some of the listings scrub off, in terms of what's dropping off the market. So active listings, 3,349, that's down 29% from the month prior. So again, I think going forward, these are going to be numbers that we will continue to track going forward. And are they going to go down? Are they going to go up? Are they going to stay level? And that's kind of what we're going to need to know, right? Because that's going to give us a good bearing on where the market's going to go this year. Months of inventory remaining, we're at 2.8 months of inventory. Again, all home types. So it's a slight increase from 2.5. Again, not a big shock because of the holiday season. And sale price to list price ratio trending steady at 97% of asking. Okay, folks, so now we're going to get into the portion where we talk about the 2017 year in review. So what you're seeing behind me right now is all the figures from January to December 2017. So you're looking at number of sales, active listings, months of inventory, average sale price, days on market. So what we're going to do now is we're going to break that down a little bit and kind of give you a bit of an overview of where the market was, where it's at, and where it's headed to. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is an average sales comparison by year. So what I did is I went back for 10 years because there were so many people saying, and the media was saying, the market has crashed, we're doing so many less sales. Well, I wanted to do a little bit of research on that and actually bring that to you. So if you go back to 2017, you'll see that in York Region, across all home types, 14,926 homes were sold. So if you take that number back 10 years, and you can see on the graph, basically it bounced between 14,000 and 16,000 for the last 10 years. And of course, we in 2008, we had the dip because of what was going on in the US. And then in 2014, 2015, we saw a ramp up to 2016 ramp up, total gold rush peak in 2017. But then where did the market end up? The market ended up back basically where it's been for the last 10 years. So is the sky falling? Is the market crashing? No, the market just simply got back to normal. That's all that's happened. Okay, folks, so the graph you see up behind me now is a 2016 versus 2017 percentage of change graph across different home types. So what I've done is I've broken out the different home types so you can see the growth patterns, and we're moving towards something here. Okay, so if we look at the Toronto Real Estate Board average, we had a negative appreciation overall of 2.89%. If you move to semi-detached from 2016 to 17, there was actually a negative appreciation of 4.3%. Detached were hit at 3.9%. Townhouses actually stayed pretty status quo at 0.22% increase. And condos actually had the highest growth in York Region through 2017 at 13%. So next, what you're seeing up behind me is the months of inventory. So basically what we're talking about here is supply and demand, right? So of course we know the laws of supply and demand are this, that the more supply, the less demand. The less supply, the more demand. The more supply there is, the more downward pressure it puts on pricing. So let's check out what we have here. So the big thick purple line in the middle is the Toronto Real Estate Board average. So right now we're sitting just under 3 months of inventory total is where we ended off the year. Now if we drop down to the bottom to the orange line, condo, we're sitting right at that as well, 2.8 months of inventory. Hop up to the orange, that gives us semi-detached, and we're sitting at 3.1 months of inventory. And then if we jump up a little bit more to townhomes right now, 3.6 months of inventory in York Region. Now here's the big one, is detached. Detached currently sitting in York Region at 6.1 months of inventory. So what's that telling us? That's telling us that if you're a move-up buyer this year, or you are a first-time buyer potentially looking at detached, there's going to be some great opportunities for you. And for home sellers that are selling, well, anything in the current market that we're in, especially detached, it is going to be so absolutely crucial that your pricing is dialed right in. Okay, folks, so I said I had a free gift for you. So I absolutely am convinced that if you are thinking of selling your home in 2018, you should absolutely call me. I should absolutely interview for the job. I am happy to apply for the job of selling your home, but I get that I might not get all of you. I get that you may already have a contact. So what I want to do for you is this. I want to give you a blueprint for success with hiring an agent, because so many times people have told me, I didn't know I could ask my real estate agent that. I wasn't aware that was something I could ask. I didn't know what, or they don't have a gauge of what the answer should be. So here's what I'm going to give you. The 10 things that you should know before you hire your real estate agent. And I don't know how I'm going to get this to you exactly. I'm going to make this available to you and the graphs that I've shared. I will put a comment in the links so you can download it without pressure, without obligation. Folks, my job as a real estate professional is to educate you and to empower you to make the best decision for you and for your family. And if that fits for you in 2018, I would love to hear from you. So I appreciate you watching. I hope to hear from you. Take care.